Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great week, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how expensive it is to live in London. As we all know that the cost of the rent here is the most expensive on top of everything else, apart from the cost of living, like, groceries and transportation. The rent itself, it costs almost more than half of all the incomes that you earn would go on the rent, and that also depending on which area you live as well. For example, in Soho, in this area, the rent is barely unaffordable. So that's why a lot of people choose to live in a zone 3, zone 4, or whichever zone that the cost of the rent is much cheaper. But let's say if you work in the center, you'll have to pay for the transportation to travel to work every day. So the cost of the tube or the bus is not cheap either. But let's have a look at the night out or a cup of coffee here in London, how much it costs. For example, in a Nero cafe, if you get black coffee like Americano or a latte, that would cost you between £3.50 to £3.70. And if you would get pastry, that would be another £3 on top. I used to spend between £7 to £8 every time to use the internet to upload my YouTube video at Hoxton Hotel at their reception. So the £7 or £8 is for a cup of coffee and a pastry to be able to use the internet. Can you imagine? Let's say if you would go out to a nightclub, you would expect to pay at least £6.50 to £7 for a pint of cider or beer. When I compare 2 years ago, back 2021, I used to live here throughout the pandemic. It was cheaper back then. And now I feel like everything has gone up to double, and yet the salary is still the same for most people. I mean, some people are lucky that their salary have increased, but still, the cost of the bill, for example, the gas, electricity, and water bill, everything has gone up as well. So yeah, you get more salary, but your bill has also increased at the same time. So let's say if you were to stay here in London and if you would earn the minimum salary, what they call it, the London living wage, you won't be able to afford it to live in the center. I mean, London is definitely one of the best cities in the world for those who enjoy nightlife and big city. It has so much to offer, but if you're on a budget or tight in financial, it's not an easy place to live here. I mean, if you're a person who loves going out and socialize, catching up with friends for coffee or tea, that would cost you even more. For me, number one, I don't want to go out because it's so expensive. Number two, because I'm not a socialized person. Number three, I don't have friends to do it. Even not going out, I still find it very difficult to live here in London just to pay for groceries and for the tube or the bus to go out to the park or to, somewhere within London city. It's already challenging enough. So yeah, it's tough. It is what it is. Thank you for watching my video. Have a wonderful week. Bye bye.